All right, let's watch the psychology of Cenat.
Cenat, the greatest content creator of our generation, is not what he seems. On the surface, he comes across as a humble kid from the Bronx that built up a gigantic platform and uses it to bring unique, never seen before content to the world while simultaneously giving back to the community, which is true. But upon deeper examination, I found that he is actually an eccentric, manipulative, multifaceted genius. The more I thought about everything that Cenat does, it occurred to me, you don't get to the #1 status of anything with just luck or genuinity. Oftentimes it is through
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. What's the saying, bro? Luck is where ability meets opportunity or some shit like that. I mean, clearly a big part of everybody's success, especially people like Kai, like Duke Dennis, like Agent, all AMP, like they aren't just lucky, and people will use that to try to like devalue their accomplishments, but they're not just lucky. They work for it, and in a lot of ways, it's very meticulous too.
manipulation, the free-flowing nature of one's personality to match whatever room they're in. Things like this is what gets people in certain rooms and keeps them in them. And Cenat is no different in this regard.
Nexus is a big thing here.
He is actually a genius that manipulates the whole world constantly to get a certain outcome. But see, it goes right over people's heads, and that's due to two things that Cenat has mastered in his unique psyche to propel himself to the top. Before I explain those 2 points, I like to thank the sponsor of today's videos, Some Mints. A lot of y'all be running your mouth and they be
Get your bread, bro. But unfortunately, I don't know.
One thing Cenat is a master at doing is playing possum with his ego. Your ego is mainly described as your sense of self. A lot of people don't know how to come up out of their egos because all they can worry about is how they feel. But Cenat is so good at putting his own ego and pride aside to allow certain situations to unfold. Cenat can be in a situation where he can literally
That's that ass, bro. And I seen people call him a bitch over it, but he's being smart, man. If that hurts your sense of masculinity or whatever, I mean, so you, bro. But that's why Kai's where he's
be
at,
getting disrespected, but he can
and
somehow
you're
put his
not, more
ego
than
and pride
likely.
aside to let the situation unfold for us viewers to watch.
Yeah, cause this is a little. Whoa,
Damn, bro.
Wait, you put a hole in my wall.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay. Like shit like this will have me crashing out. I'll be mad, right? But it does get to a point. It like it's when you're at a level. When you're at a level, sometimes you have to let shit slide. Because really, if you look at the total outcome, Kai probably making more bread off having Krishan Rock on his stream than he gonna lose by repairing that wall. Like, let's be honest.
Oh, you rich? You can fix it.
And
God, you just put
Blueface.
a
I mean,
hole.
like she being disrespectful, but she not even wrong, bro. Like the benefits of having Blueface and Krishan on this stream is probably gonna outweigh the bread that he has to spend on that
My
wall.
wall.
What's that right there? That's a video here.
Like that's not worth boxing over. Like you can be upfront, be like, yo, that's crazy what you did. I don't like that, but like you don't gotta pick a fight. Probably
Then she
ruin
says, "You're rich. You
future
can fix it."
chances.
I don't know if I'm just getting on some mature, but like it was like, okay, Ka, you gave the green light for people to come. You already know how they are. You already know what the things they've been through. You allow them to come to your house and do this. You feel me?
Yeah.
If I didn't double think that night, like I probably would have been like, nah. All right, y'all gotta go. I just in the third, but it was so much people watching me at that time, and I didn't want to be seen as like a get clipped as like, no, this is ghetto. Oh my god, I can't do this. This is crazy.
Something that a lot of people of high status and often even everyday people can't do is literally put this ego aside. And this is due to a plethora of reasons, but most people don't even have the validity to have giant senses of egos. Yet Kai, on the other hand, who is a young millionaire who literally has the influence of the youth at his disposal, regardless of this though, on the surface level, he always appears to have very little ego.
Would you like to go on a date with me?
Are you asking for real?
Yeah. I'm serious.
This clip did numbers on TikTok, bro. They was dragging Kai. Oh, bro.
Serious. Whenever you get some free time, would you like to go on a date with me?
You can't do that.
I like to call him the Gen Z version of Kevin Hart because Kai has mastered in a relatively short time something that Kevin Hart has done.
That shit is even funnier because if you saw him, Drewski, and Kev at the BET Awards or at the BET Awards, bro, that shit was so funny. I swear, bro.
his whole career. He can turn his ego off and jump into a certain character where he can come across as way more childish and ignorant than he actually is. He allows himself to be the butt of the joke most of the time, and by doing so, when he's doing all this behind the scenes work, when he's manipulating a situation to get a certain outcome, nobody ever suspects anything because they're too busy laughing at him being ignorant, or they're so invested in him as a character that they genuinely don't even think he's capable of being as smart as he actually is. A perfect example of this is Cenat Streamer University. Streamer University was a 4-day event held by Cenat and his team where streamers stayed on a private college campus and lived college life 24.
Bro, I swear, and a lot of people probably will not understand that shit. That shit dead took mad planning. I guarantee it, bro. Like I bet people know that, but I hosted this. This nigga that make a fool of himself on the internet and be yelling and making loud noises, bro. People like, and he been doing this. He been hosting other events, bro. How you smart about this shit, bro? He know what he doing.
24/7 on camera.
She teaching love. I don't really know too much about that, so I'm like, nobody want to hear that shit.
When he knew exactly what he was doing with the people he invited to, bro. Because like people were complaining about, they're like, oh, it's just his friends, it's just big content creators, big this and that. Bro, he also had to have big streamers on there in order to pull a constant source of views, a constant source of attention, a revenue. Like it can't just all be small streamers, bro. The very fact that Duke Dennis, DDG, and India Love was doing whatever bullshit it was on is what made that so good, bro.
Oh, I know you just.
Like, fuck. Alright, hold up. Give me a second. Also, this fucking cam, bro. Here, alright, we back. Yeah, this camera finna piss me the fuck off. Give me a second. I'm gonna play the video, but I'm gonna work on that in the background.
The only way to get in was by filling out a 3-page application and then having a video stating why you deserve to be in Streamer University. One of Kai's main reasons for holding a Streamer University was to give smaller streamers who haven't been given the opportunity to put on yet a chance to showcase their talent. And not to say it wasn't about helping small creators, because the ones that took advantage of the opportunity did benefit from it immensely. But the main reason for Streamer University was not to help small streamers, but rather a worldwide boosting of Cenat's brand. And the reason I
Yo, this nigga Kai, bro. This nigga was playing 5D chess. I'm saying, bro, like y'all don't even know the half of it, bro. Y'all don't even know the half of it.
say this is due to the initial criteria that Cenat set for Streamer University.
All creators, the faster you apply, the better. If you're in goddamn America, South America, Africa, Alaska, goddamn wherever, apply.
Literally any person was told to apply to Streamer University as long as you uploaded a video to social media before you counted as a content creator. He even told people out of the country to apply. And since he made it so open-ended, so universal, literally everybody in the world applied. It was so
Wait, nah, he low-key locked the method what Kyle was trying to do, bro. He low-key like, nah, bro, that's true.
big that within
It was low-key a worldwide kind of thing, although for the most part, all the streamers is from the States.
the first 15 minutes of applications opening, the website crashed because it received well over 1 million applicants. His face was everywhere. The news, TikTok, YouTube commentary. Every day up until the announcement of selected creators, there was a huge influx of the face of Cenat and Streamer University all across the world.
This is playing in the background. It's gonna get both of us copyrighted. Right. I think I fixed the camera issue. We back. Probably. Nope. Peep. Bro, y'all see the type of shit that I gotta deal with, bro? What up? Like, are we dead ass? Alright, I'm gonna keep running the video.
People rush to tag and hashtag Cenat to try to get a chance to be seen.
For the YouTube niggas, bro. I'm not even gonna edit this out, bro. Y'all just gonna get the scuffed full experience, man.
to get selected for Stream University.
My name is Maxwell Ye, and this is my application to Stream University.
Top 5 reasons I should be accepted into Stream.
Like, this shit better work, bro. Otherwise, it's OBS on me. I mean, it still could be OBS on me. Like, why is this shit green? Like, dog. It pissed me off. Yeah, it's looking like it's specifically OBS, bro. Alright, hold up. I might have to actually edit this shit out because I'm gonna have to stop stream and start stream again. Alright, we're back. Let's get back to the reaction.
So those who weren't familiar with Kai now are. My own mom was telling me to apply for Kai Cenat Stream University, and she barely even knows who Kai Cenat is. So the whole thing ended up making Kai Cenat more rich and relevant. But the way he pitched it, it just came across as him trying to help small streamers and created a need for the masses, and he rerouted that energy to make himself more relevant and famous. But most people can't even see the genius of this type of play because they don't even suspect Kai Cenat to be this intelligent. The next thing that Kai Cenat has mastered to pair wonderfully with him being able to shut off his ego.
The thing about the last thing being, oh, it wasn't really to help small creators, just kind of like a ploy for him to go global. It can be both. I did actually like it was both.
Is his ability to people please. Most people that come on guest to Kai Cenat stream more than likely paid to be there or their teams asked to be there.
Ludo, what up? You turn. How you
On there for sure.
You go? Okay, bet. Say what? Okay, I got you.
My son, I'm at the game.
Yeah, I met your son. Yeah. Nice to meet you, future.
Make it happen in the studio.
I got you.
If Kai Cenat says he likes the new Cardi album, he wears Crocs, and he says he likes Elden Ring, the youth will follow suit and do the same thing. So since he has built such a big platform, Kai has, in a way, become a gatekeeper for certain degrees of niches of businesses. And since we as humans naturally just follow the herd, a lot of people will take those opinions and confuse them as their own, even if they haven't actually listened to the song themselves to form an opinion.
Move to the left. Right foot, left stomp. Now hop one time.
No. Come on, glow.
But since Kai Cenat comes across as so
That Kyle with that one, I don't know what the fuck we was just listening
down
to.
to earth, a humble guy who literally gasses these artists who come on his stream and make it seem as if they are doing him a favor, when in actuality it's the other way around. It makes it very easy to like Kai Cenat, and by making himself appear like this, he has created a never-ending content loop that will continue to generate money, media attraction, and conversations around him even past his own life. So now when bad things arise, Kai Cenat is able to put his ego aside and play to his likableness built around him. When certain allegations come up regarding Kai Cenat, unless there is substantial evidence, they are immediately shut down by his fans, because we as the audience have been trained to see Kai as a nice, humble guy who just likes to make us laugh. And it's not to say he isn't those things more or less, but my point is the image he has created around himself will almost always outshine any situation that comes up. So once you get a person that shows very little ego and is able to make themselves appealable to multiple races, audiences, and ages, who also has a ton of power, money, and influence, you get a person who is able to put the masses under a spell and pretty much sell them whatever image and narrative that they want. And since you never even expect a person like that in your head to be a mastermind and be able to manipulate energies to get a certain outcome, it comes across as genuine, natural, and effortless. It's why content creation feels so personal on a broad scale worldwide, despite it being a billion-dollar industry. The biggest streamer in the world is able to fit in whatever image that is needed. It's even why when certain artists are starting to fall off or starting to lose their public credibility, they go hang out with Kai Cenat on stream. Because if Kai
It's true, bro. This is all true. And I mean, I don't know what else can be said that wasn't already said, but like, Kai's an evil genius. Cam's still low-key pissing me the fuck off because this shit like that's besides that, it's the psychology of Kai Cenat, bro. I mean, maybe some of us should take some notes. I'm definitely taking notes because I'm trying to get like I know what I'm saying. But for the YouTube niggas, bro, take care, stay blessed, bro. I love y'all. Hopefully, just click on to the next video, bro. Or in fact, pull up to the Twitch streams, man. It's lit over here. Come on.